Yes, indeed. Lothric, 3 lands of the Lords of Cinder. North, pilgrims discover the truth of the old world. The fire fades, and the lords go. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep. Undead Legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be Cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Cool intro. Alright, this is my first time ever doing a walkthrough. Just wanted to give it a try, see how it goes. As I said, that was the intro. And you come straight here to your character creation. Let's see. I think I'll be sweet after my girlfriend. We're gonna do a warrior. Burial gift. This is all an option, up to you. You can choose whatever you want to do. You've got your life ring, divine blessing, hidden blessing, black fire bomb, fire gem, sovereignless soul, rusted gold coin, cracked red eye orb, young white branch. Let's see. Just to go through it, I guess the ring set with a small red jewel raises your maximum HP. Kind of good to have for people who are first starting off in Dark Souls. Divine blessing fully restores HP and cures ailments, kind of like if you get cursed or something. None of these are really worth it. black firebomb. You're going to be getting a lot of firebombs throughout. I wouldn't even worry about it. Your fire gem. It's kind of a good one to have. You can apply fire to your main weapon. And I guess kind of like if you're used to Dark Souls 2, you can find the fire longsword in the cave there at the beginning of the first levels. It kind of helped out. I mean, and basically you could upgrade that weapon and carry it out throughout the whole game. I mean, it was kind of like a weapon to use. Silverless Soul will give you 2,000 extra souls, which is probably what I'm going to go with. Russet Gold Coin increases your item discovery, which your luck will do if you raise that up. The Cracked Red Eye Orb, you can invade another person's world, but I mean only one use. Why would you want to do that at the very beginning? You're going to find more later on. And then Young White Branch, you'll find these, and I forget how many, but there will be a good amount in the Undead Settlement. So I'm going to go with Soul. Your classes, I didn't get to explain these, but you know, you've got your Knight. This is basically, for any newcomer, I'd say the Knight and the Warrior are the two to start off. I have a Knight that's pretty far so far in on one of my other playthroughs. I've finished the game with the Warrior. Yeah, but I'd say these two are kind of your go-to. A lot of people say the Herald. Using the spear can take some getting used to. Good thing about it is just you can stay behind your shield and use your spear as a weapon. Well, I mean, it is your weapon, but just to have that cover and still be able to attack. So, I mean, that is kind of a good thing. But, I mean, really, it's... I don't know. I mean, I guess with the healing ability also, it kind of is a hybrid character. I've tried playing with it. Didn't really care for it. A Thief... you know, I mean, I wouldn't say it's actually for more advanced players, but I want to try him out. I don't really know that much about him. I know the only character who does start off with a bow, which is very helpful to kind of kite some enemies towards you, or you know, get attention and stuff. I mean, it's pretty interesting. I know he does have a moveset also that's a lot different. Assassin is new. They have a special that allow them to sneak up behind enemies. I believe it's the weapon art, and be able to take less fall damage, or I don't think it's any fall damage. Sorcerer, yeah, you know, your basic casting spell, and you know, however you want to use it for. The Pyromancer, all your flame damage. Cleric, your healer. I started playing as a cleric on the Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. I think I started off as a sorcerer the first time, then went with a knight, and then decided to play as a cleric. Haven't finished the game with any of the characters, but I did find out that I did really like being a cleric during my first playthrough. That mace is nothing to joke with. I mean, it's a pretty powerful weapon to start with, and upgrading it just makes it even more powerful. I mean, it almost feels like I could have carried this weapon throughout my whole playthrough on Dark Souls 2. Well, from where I got to. And then, of course, your Deprived. There is for people who want to take a challenge and just start with nothing, except for your club and your little plank shield. Really, the main thing to look at is just the stats of each character. I mean, by the time it's all said and done, you can take any one of these characters and make them into whoever you want it to be. You know, it doesn't mean that a herald's going to stay as a herald the whole time, a thief will stay as a thief the whole time, a knight will be a knight the whole time. I mean, you can basically have a knight that can do pyromancy, or, you know, a knight that can do what a cleric does, a knight that can do what a sorcerer does. I mean, it depending on how you want to build. So, I'm going to start off with the warrior, like I said. Do appearance. Voice, physique. Doesn't really matter. Let's do standard. Who cares? Skin color. Nope. Nope. Face detail, similar face. One thing Dark Souls has never been really good at is she's her hair. She just got her hair cut yesterday, and that's kind of what it looks like. So all together, we will change it to pupils. And then we'll finalize creation. And here we are at the Cemetery of Ash. Down here below are messages that kind of give you a tutorial on the game controls and things that you can do. You know, the right with the control camera. Regular attack, R1. Which the green bar up there is your stamina. That'll start to lower as you keep swinging. Rolling, it'll deplete. Your strong attack, of course, it'll take a bigger chunk out of it. And target lock on is your R3. You know, on Xbox it'd be the same thing. Strong attack would be right trigger. Normal attack would be your right bumper. Alright, first up, here we have a first enemy. These guys aren't really that strong, don't really give out that much souls. Do a backstab. Back here is going to be the very first item. It's the soul of a deserted corpse. And you'll run back for another enemy. And get your Ashen. Now, your Ashen Estus Flux is for the blue bar that's up there on the top. That's for your weapon arts, your sorcery, heals, you know, attunements, all that. Weapon skills, I'll show you in a few minutes. It's basically hold down the L2 button or left trigger on Xbox. Let's see. I forget, my shield just does shield strike. It just parries. Okay, so I'll have to double hand this weapon and then push the left trigger to do my my weapon art. You get some shields or whatever later on that allow you to use your weapon art with the shield still equipped. Another guy up here. Nope. Later. What I want to do? Oh yeah, and we'll go take out this crossbow enemy first. Get these two resting enemies' attention. Fish this one over here first. See if I can parry him. Nope. 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 Keep trying. That'll carry. There it is. Alright. Take care of that guy. Fading Soul. Most of these guys are going to drop Fading Souls. Let's see. Run back over here. Take this guy. He looks like he's had a hard day. Walk up behind him. It's about to get even worse. And there. Alright. Now go over and take out this crystal beast, or at least try to. There's times where I can get them in the first tries, other times where I can't. Just depends on my mood and how I'm feeling when I'm playing. Here we will show you the weapon art because it will be a lot easier to take him down. Go ahead and heal up. Square button to use your Estus Flask. And let's try it. Try to roll. Try to do anything. Yep. Alright. We'll try that again. No really point in destroying him or killing him because you can just run and grab the soul of an unknown traveler. He will give you a Titanite scale and 4,000 souls, which, I mean, I guess is helpful for if you want to go ahead and start leveling up your character really quick. Get another Fading Soul. It's not too bad. Using all these souls later. Another Fading Soul, yep. Here. Yeah, crossbow. Probably saw me already. Careful with that. Mess your day up early on. Sometimes you can get him. Damn. Running away from me. There's a Titanite scale and your 4,000 souls. Alright. Soul of Unknown Traveler. That's it. So now we'll run to the first bonfire of the game. Get our rest gesture. Resting will spawn all the enemies back in the world that you have already defeated. It also tops you back off. So Estus and health. So remember that. So this is for anybody who's the first time ever playing. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Not really good at parrying. There's some shields that are better. Oh, this is bad. Not too bad. I mean, it's only the beginning. I'm just having fun. Up your souls. Go down over here. Take this guy out. Take out the two resting enemies. One over here to your left. It's going to be walking around. One over here to your right. Here. Let's see, there's going to be an item sitting on top of a grave. You're going to want to run and get right to the edge to jump onto it. Let's see, it's first time a charm. That's your Titanite shard. And here you're going to have an enemy down below. Do your first plunge. You can see the enemy right there. What you want to do is you want to walk off and hold R1. You got to do with the crossbow over there. So run towards him, dodge out of the way. Down here, you can have a guy with a spear and shield, and then another dude that you can plunge. You can. There we go. Kind of hard to do if you press forward and L1 at the same time, or I mean R1 at the same time. You'll do a kick. Let's see if I can kind of demonstrate it. There it is. And enemies with shields, you can kick the shield out of the way and then riposte them. It's kind of the same thing as if you were to parry. Let's see, we grab the Fading Soul, right? Alright, now on to the enemy. First boss of the level. Kind of like Crystal Lizard sometimes feels like the first boss, but this is your first true one. Mid-boss, I guess we can call him. So I'm going to go in, two-handing this axe. There's no items in the area. None in this one. When we get to the Dark Firelink, there will be one over there. Plus with the champion, Iudex. Come up to him. Go ahead. Do the weapon art. Remove the sword. And then start whacking away. Saw that long arm, it can really mess you up. Also in his other state, if you kind of stay too far away from him, he can charge you with his long ass spear. Sometimes if you stay too close, he'll pick you up and stab you and then toss you. You never really want to be anywhere in this area when that happens, because yes, you will get thrown off. Like I said, it doesn't really matter how many times you die in this area. This is just the beginning. So if you need to get used to stuff, do it. If you like farming early, I mean, those guys don't give you that many souls, but they will give you Fading Souls, and it kind of helps out. To each his own. So we got the coiled sword from him, 3,000 souls, and went into our kindled state, which is sort of like using your humanity in Dark Souls, or your human effigy in Dark Souls 2. They kind of took away the being hollow. I mean, you can go hollow in this game, but that's later on. But I'm kind of glad that they dealt away with that bullshit. So let's light the bonfire. Let's rest. And now, Kindled State is kind of gives you 20% extra health up there in the bar. It also allows you to summon people into your world. Just kind of basically everything that the Humanity and Human Effigy did, if you were familiar with that. If not, you know, just, it kind of puts you in like online status. Here's your broken straight sword. And then I'm going to take out these two enemies over here. We got one resting and another spear guy just kind of sitting right here to the side. Get his attention. Kind of That didn't work. Yeah. This dude. Gonna go. Can we help him? There he goes. Alright. Come over here, grab the homeward bone. Back up this way. Let's go check out the enemy. And graveyard enemies, okay. Let's see. I'm reading off of a list that I have of things that I've noticed in the area. It's kind of like a little walkthrough myself, just to remember. Here you have a choice. If you want to be fun, have fun, and just try to kick him off, you can. Or you can try to backstab him or swing him. Sometimes he'll drop an item, sometimes he won't. I mean, it's all part of the gamble. So we'll just backstab him. There he goes. Okay, here, we've got 4 enemies in the graveyard. Got 2 here. And then you've got 2 here. Let's take out these 2 first. One does have a crossbow and shoot at you while you're trying to take out these guys. Simple enough. Let's see. Yeah, let's go over here and take out this dog. Right around here, there's going to be a beast. Pull out the shield just in case. I hate the dogs in all the soul games. Alright, and then back over here is an ember. And then yeah, let's go get these 2. There's the enemies up here. We'll go up that way in a few minutes. Not right now. Take out these 2 guys. Soul. This is another ember. And then back around here should be a homeward bone. Alright, now let's go inside the Firelink shrine. Let's go down here, let's talk to...
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one.
Or the firekeeper.
I'm a firekeeper. I tend to the flame, and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them. To this end I am at thy side. Ashen One, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how. Ashen One, bring me souls plucked from their vessels.
Alright, from here she's the...
Farewell, Ashen One.
We'll do that a little bit later.
May the flame...
Let's go over and talk to Hawkwood.
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And it'd have us seek the lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
You get the collapse gesture.
Don't you think?
Still haven't figured out really what his purpose is throughout. I think he gives you something later on again, if I remember. Other than that, I really don't know what his purpose is. These are the thrones of the Lords of Cinder. There's Yorm, the Abyss, Watchers, Lodric, and what is his name? Aldrich. Ludith is actually here. When you get boss souls and you come and talk to him, you can trade them for weapons, boss weapons. If you choose to, or you can use the souls themselves to get more souls so they'll level up. I believe this is Lodric, yep. Lothric, yep. Him. Watches at the Abyss. And Yorm the Giant. His weapon is awesome. His axe that he has. Let's see. We'll go over here. We'll talk to the handmaiden.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me, as is thy wont. No?
She kind of resembles the ladies in Dark Souls 2, which I think is what they were trying to go for here.
Ashen One, if my wares are not to thy satisfaction, bring me umbral ash. With ash, I'll fashion new wares. Is it not our sorry fate to sup on death?
Bring her ashes, she'll start to get more items that you can choose from. Same with like if you beat bosses, certain bosses, enemies and stuff, she'll end up having their armor when you come to talk.
Knowest thou of that soppy gossip? That cordial intrusion layeth the path to embers, and so thou art in need of a soapstone, Ashen One. Then thy pockets will overflow with souls to trade to me.
So we will end up buying.
Ashen One, bring. Is it not?
Okay. So we will buy a soapstone from her. Two important things you want to get at the beginning is this, which will allow you to lay down your summon sign to be summoned into other people's worlds, especially in areas right before the boss. So, I mean, it's an easy way for you to gain souls. We'll go ahead and get the torch. Won't need it just yet, but it's worth having one.
Ashen One, be sure to bring...
Let's see. Yeah, I'll show you the soapstone later on. Talk to Andre.
A newcomer, I see. I am Andre. I serve at this shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust. A toilsome journey, I wager. You require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith. Such is my purpose.
Still haven't figured out why he's here. He's from Dark Souls 1, but I think all the blacksmiths look the same to me, and in the Dark Souls games, they all have the white hair and beard, except for the undead one, or whatever it is, the hollow one in Majula. Let's see,
Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large, but when overused, they'll eventually break. When their durability is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire. but should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. They take no pleasure in breaking, I assure ye. So handle them with care, if you would.
Basically, if your weapons...
Pretty be careful. I don't know.
How many times have I heard that? Down below your weapon, over here, you see the little red bar underneath. That's the status of your weapon. Once that red bar gets all the way depleted, your weapon will break, and you'll have to bring them to him for him to repair them. If they haven't broken all the way, you can rest at a bonfire, and they will repair themselves, or you can use a repair powder, and that will also repair them. With that being said, during my playthroughs of the games, with the one that I've completed and other ones that I'm on my way to complete, I have not had any issue with any of my weapons breaking whatsoever. They do take damage, more damage if you hit them on walls and stuff. So if you're in tight spaces fighting enemies, that will deplete them a little bit. But still, I have not had one weapon break on me. Not like Dark Souls 2, where for some reason they just notorious for breaking or depleting to being broken. Continue talking.
Well, tis good, wasn't he? There are two ways to smith weapons. Simple reinforcement is one, and infusion the other. Reinforcement is straightforward. It strengthens a weapon without altering its property. Infusion is a more advanced form of smithing that infuses an element. Reinforcement requires titanite, and infusion requires gems. Bring the stones, and I'll do the smithing. It's my purpose, after all. In battle, your weapons are your only friends. Forge them well, and they won't let you down.
We get the hurrah gesture, and what he said right there is very true. I mean, you can upgrade your strength, level up your strength to hit harder and stuff, and to take more damage. But also reinforcing your weapons helps along with it also. That's where reinforcing a weapon will make it stronger, meaning it won't lose its attributes like scaling and strength and things like that. Infusing your weapon will give it like fire, like I said at the beginning, the fire gem. You can use that on your axe or on your longsword if you were the knight, or any weapon that you start with to probably not every weapon, but to kind of give it that element of fire. Continue talking.
Another matter. Infusing weapons with gems requires a special kind of coal. My humble coals won't be any use infusing more unusual gems. I know, it's an awful shame, but it's all I have. Oh, please don't give me that look. Believe it or not, I'm quite thin-skinned.
Which is probably bullshit, because if you ever tried to fight him in Dark Souls 1, he was a tough son of a bitch to take down. And he only used his hands, so...
Oh, by the way, if you find any Estus shards, bring them here. They can be used to reinforce either of your Estus flasks. Without those flasks, you'd want for life or focus. And they'll always stay with you. Why not treat them well? Huh? Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large. But when overused, they'll eventually, when their durability is low, use a pout, but they take so. There are
okay. So, we've depleted his dialogue. With the flask, we'll show you here in a few minutes. We're going to grab our first Estus shard. It's the same way as if he is the one now that reinforces the Estus flask. Your bonfire.
Be careful.
Undead bone dust. is the one that strengthens them. So, I'll show you here. Let's see, what else do I need to do before we move on? Alright, so now we'll go outside and we'll go get that shard. So come up here, run out here. For anybody who played Dark Souls 2, this is going to be familiar to you. Bam. Seed of a giant tree is yet to fall. Alright, and so then up here is a soul of deserted corpse. And here is the, get to the bell tower, watchtower, whatever. It costs 20,000 souls, and you can get that from the maiden. And she'll buy it from her. You'll be able to come up here, there where the Firekeeper gear is, and is it her eyes? I'm not sure. You'll also be able to drop down safely from that broken part of the bridge to that little platform to the roof. Kick down this ladder and makes it a lot easier to get up and down to trade with the crows. Here, I'm going to show you a simple trick, if I can do it. There we go. Use that tree to run and jump up onto this roof. Now, once up here, you're going to have your homeward bone. Be able to drop down. I say we'll go in there later. Let's run all the way around here. There's a sword master, if you first NPC. Hostile NPC, pretty tough guy. We'll try to cheese him to fall off the level. You kill him, you'll get the Uchi Katana and his gear. But let's run all the way over here, into the back corner. It's going to be our first crystal lizard. Oh, don't go anywhere. And Twinkling Titanite. From here, you can hop back down, but we're not going to do that yet because then we'll have to try the tree jump, and getting it on my first try was pretty good. Done it before, but it doesn't happen that often. So we'll run back over here. And we'll go inside. Up this walkway. There's the crows.
You. Me, Picklebee. Me, Bumperum.
That's the actual nest up there that sits on the roof. But you can still do your trades and everything here on this. So let's grab the Estus shard first. And then, just to go ahead and do it, for Solaire's armor that you can get through them, we don't have all the items just yet, but one of them will be this, plus we'll get the callback gesture, so we'll leave that. There's a homeward bone. Call over and iron bracelets. Alright. Right here, first illusionary wall. And a very important item to have at the beginning. Mimics are in here. This one is not a mimic. The easiest way to tell is to look at the chains. If the chain is curled like that, it is not a mimic. If it is pointing towards your direction, then it is a mimic. Or you can just easily sometimes kind of go in the chest itself, like turning it around. If you see anything inside that looks like gray arms or whatever, with teeth, and yes, it's a mimic. So, Silver Serpent Ring. Definitely want to equip that. Fallen folds yield more souls. I don't get into much of the lore and stuff. Really still trying to figure out, after playing this my first time, exactly what was going on and what's happening. People like EMB, Epic Name Bro, he's more into the lore and stuff. Does an awesome job of telling it. Enjoy watching his videos. Let's see. So yeah, so I would definitely look him up on YouTube if you're trying to figure out more of like the stories and stuff. What do I need to do now? Okay, yeah, let's go turn in the shard.
Ah, well, just good. What neat.
Here we go. Reinforced Estus. Give him the shard. Yep. So that should give us 4. As of right now, to allot them, you can use one of your. You can have an action, which will give you back your spells and stuff to replenish, to be able to use your weapon art. I don't use it that often, so I'm going to take all of them.
Pretty be careful.
And I am going to take that off. Alright. So, let's go ahead and use the souls that we have. Should have one attached, yep. So we'll use this one. And we will go in here. You select it, we'll use 5. Here, I'll use 2. Should get the 10,000. Now we will level up.
Predict the mark to love. Very well. Then touch the pig now.
Let's go ahead. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So we'll leave that at 20. And put the rest into strength.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Now, as you can see, the health is a lot
May the
higher
flames.
now. It's because of us being kindled that happens. If we weren't kindled, it would be a lot less. So let's go ahead and bed the coiled sword. Give us our bonfire here, because this is home base. We'll go ahead and rest. And let's go try to take out the Swordmaster. Which probably won't, but also in here, you'll find other NPCs that'll come here and help you, like your sorcerer, your lady who does miracles, a thief, but we'll see all of those later on. We'll get our first traveler in High Wall of Lothric area. So, me resting at the bonfire did, in fact, like I said, it will respawn the enemies. Let's go ahead and take these out just in case the battle decides it wants to come down this far. Another fading soul, take it. Not much, but it does help. And then over here at this tree is your east and west shield. Yep. I don't think it's any much better than what we have on. No. We do 86% guard absorption against physical attacks, which will come across a shield pretty soon that'll have 100, and we'll start using that until we get to the Shield of Want. But yeah, so let's just stick with this. What does that do? Shield strike. Oh, it parries. That one parries. Okay. All right. So let's see if we can get this guy to cheese. There we go. Cheese them. Alright, so that'll give us the gear. Now to get the gear, now that he's gone, we can run back to the bonfire. Heal. Rest up. Come back out. Finish this right in about an hour of walkthrough. It could have been shorter, but you know, see the point of rushing. Take your time. Did I just wake them up? No. And here's his stuff. Uchi Katana, Master's Attire, and Master's Glove. Uchi Katana definitely good for dex builds, but we're going to be mostly focusing on strength and health. We'll get our dexterity up to be able to wield heavier weapons as we progress. But this axe should carry us pretty good ways. Till I feel like using the butcher knife or whatever. The butcher knife kind of made me feel like I was playing Bloodborne, because with each attack it kind of heals up your health. Not as much as it did in Bloodborne, but still. So, with that being said, all that's left to do now is rest. Travel to the high wall of Lothric. We will get this going. Here we are, high wall of Lothric. Looks like another coiled sword. So come out here, open up the doors, and get ready to view all of this glorious, beautiful detail. Oh my god. Amazing. I mean, it's just fantastic. Fantastic. So, to end this, let's go down here. Let's light this bonfire. You notice there's guys down here already that you can summon and fight if you want to. It's a Mad Phantom, so. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know how much more of these I'll do. Maybe I'll continue on. I mean, it is a walkthrough, I guess I should, but depending on how many views and stuff happen and how many likes and everything I get out of this, we'll continue. We'll be based on that. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.